Chalupa over here, chalupa over there, chalupa in the air, we're everywhere.
Alright, now what?
Welcome.
Get closer to me, do I smell bad?
No. Dude, why is your shit zipped up all the goddamn
So I was
way?
doing cardio.
Anyways, welcome guys to another episode. Chalupa's a pair.
Episode 2. Episode
2.
2. What's new in life, dude? I just came back from California. I'm from California for those that don't know. Got nothing for you, dude.
Ice fishing season started.
You did that.
Yeah, I think we had a couple just things to talk about. I think we'll talk bad and then good. So I think bad.
What's bad?
Is what's like a bad not necessarily specifically a date, but like a dating experience that you have had.
Like a bad date?
No,
or just in general?
Just a dating experience, yeah.
Ah, God. Dude, all of them. Honestly. Like, I haven't had like a really good... I haven't dated also in like...
Nothing recently?
6 years. Oh, yeah. Oh, wait for this one. This is just phenomenal.
Ding, ding, ding.
Oh, you were leading me to it, weren't you?
Yes,
Okay.
that's it. Yeah. It was,
All right. Well, long story long. Here goes nothing. Do you remember that? Remember that little drawer? I'm from California, like I told y'all. I went. When was it? November.
Yes.
Yeah, November. And I was out there for a couple weeks, and I told Christian to come out, which he did. Fun time, right? Great time. He like landed right at the airport, and we went straight to San Diego. Had ourselves a 2-day bender in San Diego that we had. It was just a week.
God bless you. Bless you.
Well, no, that.
That's embarrassing.
Sorry. A week bender, right? I think there was like 1 day where we didn't drink. So that was the day before going on Friday to Newport. Because we knew.
I think so. Sure.
So,
I don't remember it.
Whatever. So Friday night we go out, Newport, California, and we watch. It was a Jake Paul fight. So we were pre-game at the crib. We finished a bottle of tequila.
If you could not Paul this story so much,
Dude, it has to be. They have to know from the get-go.
okay.
From like everything.
Okay.
That's why I said long story long. So we get whatever. We're hammered. We get to Huntington. I don't remember anything. I blacked out completely. Apparently, I was going back and forth, just talking to girls, right?
Yeah,
From what you
man. He
remember?
was just mingling, very social. Nothing too crazy.
Okay. So out of 8 girls, no, 8 out of 8, I got their number. I'm not trying to toot my own horn or whatever. It just happened. It correlates to the story. And then I wake up the next day. We're all hungover, like miserable.
Like really down bad.
And
Down bad.
you were leaving that day.
That's the day I was leaving.
So we got pho. That was your first pho too, right?
Yeah, I've never had pho
Fire. And now we have like almost every other
every
day.
week. Yeah, pho's a staple here.
So yeah, so like I wake up to like 8 different text messages, right? All 8 different numbers. I'm like, hey, how are ya? You're super cute. All of them. Only one person replied, and that's. Dude, did I say her name?
You did.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we'll have to take that out.
She replies, and she just said, haha. I'm like, I'm so sorry. It was so it actually was cringy. So I said, I'm so sorry. It's super cringy. Whatever.
I'm gonna have to fast forward your story.
Whatever. We start talking.
Long story short,
We hit it off.
this girl, he hits it off with her, right? They hang out. He's there for another 2 weeks in California. All right. I left that day. He's still there for another 2 weeks.
How long? I don't know how long
it's gonna take. He's gonna take up forever. So, anyways, for the next 2 weeks, he hangs out with this girl, and he's telling me while
Wait,
I'm
but
here.
tell him, like, I don't date.
Yeah,
So, like, going back and forth with this chick, seeing her, like, daily, like, it was awesome. Like, I'm like, dude, I actually kind of like this chick. And you're like, what?
that's what I'm in Colorado at this point. He's still in California, and he's exactly he's telling me, hey Christian, like, dude, this chick is actually really sweet. I actually really enjoy hanging out with her. Like one of those where, like, kind of like what he was saying.
Just
he doesn't
rare.
hang out with a lot of girls.
Yeah.
So when he does and actually hangs out with one he likes, it's actually significant. So he's telling me all this. Fast forward, he gets here to Colorado. he's still texting her. He's still FaceTiming her. And then, you know, it's still going good, especially from what he's telling me, right? Like, dude, like, this chick is cool. Like, she, you know, doesn't mind it. At this point, he's thinking, like, man, dude, I'm not sure, but we could possibly do long distance, right?
She's hitting all the check marks.
All the check marks. He's liking her. Point blank, period, right? He's actually liking this girl. And then we get to the point where he's like, dude, I think blank, this girl, actually might come visit Colorado. Sure enough, she does. She comes to Colorado. That's how much when he likes her, she likes him. She comes down to visit Colorado. And then I'll hand it off to you where she actually does come visit Colorado.
She comes, right? So it was a day after we filmed the cooking challenge, actually.
Yeah.
So she gets here early in the morning. I pick her up. Great time. She's like, hey, so what do you want to do? I'm like, no, what do you want to do? You're visiting me. It's your time. Like, go. Like, what do you want to do? And we'll do it. So we had this whole day planned out, and we did everything. We got some wings at our local spot down the street. We're playing pool. We're drinking beer. We're playing, like, games. It was phenomenal. And she was tired from the night before. So we went to bed. We watched a movie. It was chill. Like, it was such a great day.
Day one was good.
Day one was amazing. And she got here on a Wednesday and was leaving Saturday morning.
Yes.
So Wednesday, oof, great, perfect.
I was here. I was working, so I was gone Wednesday. I come home Thursday, and like when I come home, they're gone. Right, so I do my errands. Like I know she's here, obviously, so I'm doing errands, whatever. I take a nap, and then like,
so she doesn't see Christian. We'll get to that. So everything's going amazing. We go downtown. We go thrift shopping, my favorite shop. We're just having a great time. I'm buying stuff, and we had like a little inside joke saying, like, "Oh, I'm tired," because I am always tired. I just take naps throughout the day, as you know.
yeah.
And it was just like a little inside joke, which is funny. We're thrifting, and I'm like, "Guess what?" And she looks at me. I'm like, "I'm tired," and we both chuckled, right? And that was that. And then we were gonna go ice skating because that was one of her things that she wanted to do. And I'm like, "Cool." Like, I'm like, "Can Christian come?" She's like, "Yeah." I'd love to meet him. I like to get to know him. Like, it'd be a cool time. I'm like, cool. I'm like, it's by our house, so like, let's just go over there. I'll take like a quick nap, and then we'll go ice skating. She's like, perfect. So I get in the car, and Christian can attest to this. Like, I love music, so I'm just blaring music and fucking just singing out loud. And we get to the house, and as soon as we like lock the door, as soon as I lock the door behind me, she's like, "Are we okay?" I'm like, "What do you mean, are we okay?" She's like, "You're just acting weird." I'm like, "How am I acting weird?" She said, "Oh, you said you were tired, and then you were just singing the entire car ride home."
Didn't say a word to me.
Which I did, but okay. And then I'm like, "No." She's like, "Okay," and that was that. And then and she's like, "Oh, so you're gonna take a quick nap, and then we're gonna go ice skating?" I'm like, "Yeah." I don't know if I'm in the wrong. I've told Christian that he could be my boy and just be biased, but I don't think it's wrong. You guys let us know. I asked her, I'm like, "Hey, you can take my car keys and like go do something while I nap for 30 minutes or whatever." And that's just when it went south. She lost it. She lost it. She's like, I can just go right now. I can just go get a hotel, or I can go to the airport and just not come back. And I'm like, what? So we go in my room. We're like, not arguing. I guess we are arguing. And poor little Christian comes and like, tell your story, how you met her and stuff.
So like, I didn't know this was happening though behind this. Like, it's like two curtains, right? All I know is that we're going ice skating at 4 o'clock. Right now it's about 2:30, right? So I'm like trying to schedule this ice skating. I'm like, that'd be cool, man. I get to know her. Like, we'll go ice skating. I'm like, sure. Like, I always loving a good adventure. So I go knock on the door. Like, hey guys, it's like 5 o'clock. Good for you guys. And, and it's like, I didn't really know, but it was a little quiet. It makes sense now, right? And then they're like, yeah. Like, Paul just kind of shook me off at that point.
Well, we're in bed, and I'm like, "Oh, this is Christian." I'm like, "Oh, nice to meet you." She was kind of giving me the cold shoulder.
Yeah.
But she isn't like that.
But, now it makes sense. But at the time, it was kind of like, yeah, Christian, 5. Works 5. So I was like, all right, yeah, sounds good. So I booked the 5 o'clock appointment. And then, I was like, well, it's like 3-ish. Like, I have some time, so I'm gonna go play Xbox. Like, that's what I like to do, right? So I went and go in the living room, played some Xbox, while on the other side, this is happening.
But dude, it was so funny because he's dolled up. He has a scarf. He has like a nice sweatshirt, like jeans. He looked cute. Like he was ready. He was stoked. And he didn't know. And like he barged in. He didn't want to like. He knocked on the door. He's like, "Hey guys, is 5 o'clock okay?" And we're like, "Yeah, sure. Okay, I'll book it." And so he did book it. And then again, we're arguing just back and forth, and it was just like a never-ending dialogue. So it was just like
just going in circles.
Dude, it was bad. So I was just like, hey, our voice, we weren't screaming, but I was getting heated, dude. I was annoyed. So I'm like, hey, let's just not do this at the house out of respect for Christian and stuff. So I'm like, let's go somewhere. So then I like turn the corner out of my room. He's playing his Xbox game. And I'm like, we'll be right back. And he just gave me the look like, yeah, you're not coming back, are you? And yeah, that was that. We talked at a parking lot down the street for like what, an hour and a half?
No, it was like 2 hours.
2 hours, whatever. And yeah, I mean, again, we're just going back in circles over and over again. Long story long, I ended up driving her to a hotel by the airport where she wanted to go and sleep. I offered my room and I wanted her to stay here because I just felt bad. I offered her her hotel stay and everything, and she said no, and she flew out 2 days later.
No, that next day.
Or that next day she flew out.
She got the next flight out.
Yeah, that I sound probably rude and mean, but trust me, I'm trying to shorten this story. But yeah, that was definitely the worst experience ever. Out of the smallest little thing, it was just like.
Dude, like I said, the weirdest thing is how quick it just switched. Like, cause like I mean, he said it was just like the first day went well. I heard like I was working, so I got a text like things are going well, and then yeah, like we're going ice skating. I was like a little kid on the couch just playing my Xbox, and then literally, like I said, we were gonna go at 5. At 4:30, I'm like, we should probably get ready to go, right? And then that's when he came out. Like, hey, dude. Like, he gave me that look. I don't know if you guys have probably seen this before with your friends. Like, me and what's-her-face are going to go talk. Like, when you hear that, we're going to talk, like, you just know, like, shit, this isn't going to be, like, a 5-minute conversation. Yeah. And then, sure enough, it wasn't. And then, like, 3 hours later, he called me and he called me finally, and I just know, I was like... I
said, hey, I'm on my way back. and he's like, no, dude, verbatim. He's like, I'm assuming from the airport. And I'm like, yep, I'll see you in 40 minutes. So we didn't go ice skating. But yeah, that's mine. Do you have one?
I mean, besides the one that we've already told about how I got robbed.
Yeah.
Besides that one, I would say just... I got, it was a whole pyramid scheme kind of date, kind of thing.
Multiple people?
No.
Or like,
no,
third party?
Yeah, like kind of, not really. Basically, I met this girl at the gym, and like, so I met her in person, right? Like, it's not like online dating, like Hinge or anything like that. I met her in person, so she's a real person. You know, we're doing that like gym flirting thing where you
what is it? The I situation.
The I situation or something. I situationship. Maybe you, my younger people that go to the gym, I know this. Like where you're at the gym, an I situationship is like when you go to the gym, right? And you do that like eye flirting thing where you guys look at each other.
Never speak
a single word to each other, but you just like you look at each other and you guys see each other at the same time, and then you guys like. Yeah, like, that's an I situationship, right? So she was my I situationship. Finally, I talked to her, got her number, and I was like, dude, this is kind of sweet. Like, I asked the girl out organically in person, right? Kind of like what we've talked about. Met her up for coffee. I was like, let's go get some coffee, right?
Is this the girl? Did I know that we?
No, that's not her. So we go get coffee, and like the first hour was like amazing, like just like any first date, right? You ask the usual, what do you do? What do you like to do for fun? Like all that BS, right? So the first hour of the date goes great, and then literally like as soon as that hour is up, she pulls out a goddamn like those yellow like notepad things, she does one of these, and she's like, "All right, Christian," clicks the pen.
Shut up.
She's like, "Well, I think you're a suitable candidate. I think you're perfect for the team." And I didn't know what to say. Like, I was speechless at this point.
So I just told me this?
I haven't told you this?
No.
I think I just told the guys at work. But anyways, so I'm speechless at this point. You can imagine, right? I
love you for a team.
She caught me silent. And especially since I'm silent, she keeps going. And she's just like, so she flips the page. She's like, I think you're perfect for the team. I think you would be a good fit. And then she starts marking in a couple of notes. And she's like, all right. So, here, I just have a little bit of homework for you to do. Just to kind of make sure you really are
suitable,
right? So she pulls out this book. She's like, "Can you read this by Monday?" And I'm like, yeah. Like at this point, I'm like speechless. It's just like, I go along with it at this point. I'm like, yeah, sure. So I go along with it. She's like, perfect. So I have you for Monday. 2:30 appointment works for you? And I just couldn't keep going. Yeah, sure. She's like, perfect. Okay, so what we're gonna go on here forward, Christian, is you're gonna kind of be my apprentice. I'll be your mentor. I'll be along the entire way through. I mean, blah blah. Like, I mean, this has totally turned into like a business interview situation at this point. It's no longer a goddamn date.
I don't think it was a date
to begin with, you know. So then,
how'd you ask her?
What?
I'm looking for a job. How'd you ask for her number? How'd you ask for
I
her
didn't
number?
ask for her number. Like you would. Like, hey, I'd love to go get.
So nothing as you start talking, you're like, hey, like
yeah, I got no warning whatsoever until she pulled out the goddamn yellow notepad and was just interviewing me and shit like that. And then we like said goodbye, and then at that point I was like, wait, excuse me, ma'am. I called her ma'am at this point. Like she was no longer.
She's your boss.
She's my boss.
He has a coworker that's doing that.
I was like, so is this anything romantic at all, or was this more business? And she's like, oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, this was totally business. Did I give the wrong impression? I'm like, yes, bitch, you totally did. I gave her a goddamn book bag, and I'm like, I will make the 2 o'clock appointment on Monday.
So then what?
That was it.
You got a job, dude.
Like,
that's so funny. Was she like on the older side?
No, she was our age. And I was young at that point. Like, I was probably 19, 20. Because I asked her for coffee because I couldn't drink. Like, I wasn't legally able to drink.
Got it. Okay.
But she must have been like 21, 22-ish. Would be my guess. I know, I missed out on millions. Huh?
Dude, that's funny. Was it around here? Lakewood?
Where we got coffee?
No, just like when you met her at 24?
Yeah, it was at 24.
That's funny.
Local 24.
Well, do you have any good ones?
Any good dates? Yeah, let's bring up the good side. You know, that's a good.
I don't think I have one, dude.
I would say I had like one of the best dates I've had recently. Yeah.
Yeah. You were like, I was obsessing with someone while he was obsessing with someone.
Yes.
It was around that same. You called me, bro. You were stoked.
I was stoked. I say.
It kind of ends bad though.
It does end bad. Like it doesn't. I mean, basically, I met a wonderful woman, and I think the biggest thing, like the best quality I think a woman could have, is just humor. Like I think that for me, number one, and this young lady had an incredible sense of, like, she made me laugh. Like I love to laugh, and I think that's what made this date the hands like. And it was like a first date. Never met this young lady in my life. We meet up. She's sadly from Texas, so doesn't live here anymore. So that it no longer proceeded to anything. But I remember just like meeting her. Like we, whatchamacallit, we went and got something to eat. We went to an arcade. Just like basic stuff, nothing too crazy. I remember telling him like I had literally hands down. I remember telling all the guys at work. I was like, wow, I think I'm gonna propose the next date. But yeah, all in all, that was the best date I've ever been on. Was a young lady from Texas that I think just had a good sense of humor. I think for me,
talked for hours. Right? You just hung out the whole entire day. Was it just like a
yeah, exactly. We hung out the entire day, and so ultimately didn't continue for undisclosed reasons. Yeah.
He was sad. You were sad, dude.
Yeah, it was a little like it was just sad. One of those where just like, you know, it hits you right here.
Yeah.
You know.
Kind of, dude. This is. I mean, it was really cool, and then it ended really bad too. So I guess it's not as good. Allie.
Oh.
Just the most recent one.
Oh, okay.
So I met this chick like years ago. Super cool girl. That's like the only girl I've never like argued with or like anything. It was just like you said, like we got along. She got my sense of humor. Our sense of humor is super dry. And if you're not really like, I wouldn't say witty, but just like
quick on your feet.
quick on your feet, like
we'll say
just,
we'll say one-liners, or we'll say something like just quick, slick.
and I'll be like the devil's advocate here. Like sometimes it doesn't, like you can't really like process it like that fast. But that's why it takes like a certain someone, and it's just like awkward. And they're like, what? And they're like, never mind. And it's just awkward. But anyway, she understood all my jokes. And when I went back to California, she hit me up like 2 weeks before going to California. And I was just like talking to her, and I'm like, yeah, we should definitely hang out. And she's like, yeah, absolutely. So we did, and it went great. We're at the beach, whatever, we're talking for hours. And we were supposed to see each other like in 4 days, and I was stoked. And I didn't make any plans with my friends or family because I was going to hang out with her. And she basically goes to me. She said she was sick. She's like, oh, like I woke up sick. I called out at work. And this is like 7 p.m. I'm like, why? You could have told me this 8 hours ago, but it is what it is. And yeah, on the positive side, I got a dating app for the first time ever in my life.
I got him convinced.
He convinced me, and open-minded here.
Basically, I just gave him his own taste of his own medicine, because he's always telling me, which is not, it's 100% true, is like, I think year 2025 is well over what ifs, and like, hey, like what's the worst that could happen? So I kind of put that shit back on him.
And he did, and it worked, and it's like, we just talked about it today after the gym on the way here, actually. Not even like dating, dude, just like meeting new people and just having fun. Because sometimes we're just like, yeah, let's go get a beer. Or like, we're just not doing anything. It's like, it'd be cool to just mingle with other people too. And just like, get on the date, just like meet cool people, like just have homies, you know? But yeah, I mean, that's my idea, I guess, in 2025. Just meet new people, have fun.
What ifs.
Why not? Yeah. Oh, well over what ifs. But yeah, that's all I got, buddy.
What would you say, since you do have a dating app now,
Okay.
what would you say are like some of the best qualities or things a woman can do to make a date fun? Like what, like to replicate that? Like what is something you're looking for that a woman brings to the table? Like, or certain things that she would do on the date, and you're like, holy shit, like awesome.
Again, I think we talked about this in the first episode with the girls. You can't really help it, dude. It's just your personality, but like just outgoing, not shy.
Not shy.
You know, like, don't get me wrong. If you're shy, I don't care. Like, I'm the one that talks 24/7, so like, I'll make conversation happen. But like, just like, hey, what's up? How are you? Or like, if I crack a joke right off the bat and they laugh and they're just like, they're giving me something back too. You know, not just me. And I think that's very attractive. Also, like, just being nice. Like, if we go out to a restaurant, they're nice to like the waitress or waiter, whatever. I don't know.
100%. Yeah.
And just like, I don't know, just like smart. And knowing what they want to do in their life. Not necessarily knowing what they want to do in their life, but like
they have a passion.
They have a passion, they're motivated to do something.
Okay.
You know? And they're like intrigued and they're like full speed ahead.
Alright.
That's
the passion.
Just personality, I guess. Just different factors like passion, funny, outgoing. Mostly outgoing. You don't have to be funny.
You don't have to be funny.
Outgoing and just like respectful.
Okay. I like it. Yeah, I would agree. I would say, like, obviously, like, I think obvious one for me is, like, what you said, a very kind-hearted, nice person, right? Yeah. Like, because if you're just, like, stuck up or rude, like, that to me is, like, an instant cross-off.
Or just being the friends of homies, your family, you know?
Yeah, it just won't work. And then, again, like I said, I think humor, for me, is a huge one. Just because, like, I like, it kind of encompasses a lot of things. Like, if you're funny, it usually means, like, we're going to be able to, like, I'll be able to bounce off, like, a joke to you. And then, you'll say something funny to me, I'll say something funny to you. Like, we'll be able to, like, just that, I feel like, usually leads to just a good conversation where, like, you can just laugh, you can make a stupid joke. So humor to me is very huge. And then if you are very humorous, like the fucking
what I was gonna say. Go.
If you have a lot of humor,
I was like, huh? Where's he going?
If you have a lot of humor, if you're witty, it usually means you're outgoing. Like you said, that's all I can think about now. Humorous, huh? Which I think is actually a word.
I don't know. It's just
It sounded funny. I heard it. But I think it usually also dictates to that, like you're outgoing, right?
Yeah, 100%.
I can't look at you because you're just gonna laugh. So
No, yeah.
because if you're funny,
It all correlates.
usually it all correlates. So to me, I think my biggest staple is like kind and funny.
Humorous.
Very humorous.
They have to have humor.
They're humorous.
I just coughed, hiccuped, and farted at the same time.
It's a burp snark.
Is it really?
I don't know. I heard that's from grown-ups. If you didn't know, but
Who's texting
I
you,
don't
dude?
know. I've been hearing that all day long. It's a group chat. Pero like, yeah, I think that's it for
huh?
me. Yeah,
No, dude, I agree. I mean, just keep it nice and simple. Like,
keep it the simple the better. Like, obviously you can get in the nitty gritty with like your height maintenance and like all that stuff like that. Like
I
a
don't
simple down to earth girl, I think goes a long way.
very much so. Very, especially with our personalities or mine too. Like,
Because even if you are a little quiet, but if you're just a very sweet, kind girl,
dude, you don't have to be like,
I'm not saying you got to be this loud, like jokester, like
obnoxious.
obnoxious, but just to me, it's like dancing, right? It takes two people to dance. I like to dance. I don't want like just like a curtain, just stiff. I want someone that's gonna be able to
Give and take.
give and take.
50-50, dude.
Thank you. Yeah,
I love when you complete my sentences.
you're so humorous.
But yeah, I have the hiccups, dude. You okay?
You wanna make me throw up?
Why?
I don't know.
Why?
That is disgusting.
Why?
That was gross.
You smell that?
No, I don't want to.
All right. Anything else?
No, I think that's it. That'll close this out.
Thank you guys for tuning in to the second episode. We kind of messed up because we weren't together, so we couldn't make a video.
Yeah.
That's on us. We should have done one a week prior, knowing
No, we should have.
that was gonna happen.
That won't happen again. All
Pinky
right.
promise.
Scouts honor.
Pinky promise. Cross my heart and my humorous. But yeah, we'll see you guys next week.
Next
on
week,
episode 3. Maybe with the guest, maybe not. We'll see.
we'll see.
See you guys next time.
Later.
Peace.